Hyrox has been taking over the fitness world, and as a fitness girl myself, I couldn't ignore it anymore. I went in completely clueless, teamed up with my friend, and attempted my first ever Hyrox race. But what even is a Hyrox race? I asked myself 1 week before the competition. It consists in running 1 kilometre and then doing one exercise, the ski erg being the first one, running a 2nd kilometre and then the sled push, a 3rd and the sled pull, 4th and then into your burpees, broad jumps, a 5th kilometre and into your rowing, the 6th kilometre and farmer's carry, and the penultimate kilometre, the sandbag lunges, and your last kilometre, 8 in total, and you finish off with wall balls. Simple, right? Wrong. Each exercise follows a strict set of rules set specifically for the Hyrox event, and we were in Germany, which was extra strict. Quick side note, we flew in on a Saturday and we got in at Saturday night. The supermarkets had just closed. Our competition was on Sunday morning and it was bank holiday on Monday, and we didn't know that in certain parts of Europe the supermarkets close until the Tuesday morning, so that was interesting. Luckily we'd brought lots of snacks like nuts and...
Guess who's sitting there with their plastic bag and trusty boiled eggs? Little snack there.
I love how hyped the whole city was for Hyrox. You had motivational signs all over the train stations. Armed with just a cereal bar in my stomach that morning, I got seriously excited, and I had one of my closest friends with me.
Yeah, off to our first Hyrox competition. Go. Woo. And we're off.
Personally, I found the running the easiest part of the competition. It almost was an opportunity for me to get a breather before going back into the exercises. My friend's super strong and she was a great partner in doing our first ever Hyrox competition together, and we really looked out for each other. We were both injured, so we divided the exercises into ones that either I or her would find easiest to do. Now this is the great thing about doing a Hyrox doubles, that you can divide the actual exercises in the way in which you want. However, the running is non-negotiable.
What did you say, Sabrina?
What did you get me into?
Look, this is exactly a kilometre. It's in an airport. There's a fluxoid, there's a aeroplane.
I'm done.
You both have to run. This particular day in Germany was 32, 33 degrees.
It's so hot today.
With the sun shining brightly, and we had to do all of our running outside around the old airport, so that was extra strenuous, but they had lots of water stations and electrolytes, and in the end it wasn't too bad, even though I did panic at the beginning when I had to put my water in the locker and I was told literally 60 seconds before our race began. What I actually surprised myself with the most was the farmer's carry and the weighted lunges. Even though I don't do lower body strength training much, my grip strength from calisthenics really carried me through the farmer's carry. All that time hanging on bars definitely paid off. And the lunges were tough, but in a weird way satisfying. I was in my element in the sled push, but out of all the 8 Hyrox stations though, the sled pull was by far the hardest for me. This is the first and the only time I had ever attempted a sled pull, and it had minimal weight on it, in an old gym years ago. Goes to show that without proper form, even when you're strong, the movement can make you look weaker than you actually are, like you can't quite do the exercise properly because you don't have the technique. As a calisthenics athlete, I'm used to a lot of upper body training, but we don't have a sled in my gym, so my technique was honestly a bit all over the place. The ski erg felt like a nice way to ease into the race. This is the first exercise station that you get to. It's very cardio focused, very controlled, and I actually found the rowing quite similar, more endurance based than pure strength.
This whole thing is showing me how many sports bras and shorts I want to get. Like all the cool designs, people's racer bags, everyone's matching. These 2 big ones.
Burpees, which were the 5th exercise station, I really had to adjust to. I'm used to doing a static jump, but in Hyrox it's a full chest to floor burpee every time, and you're constantly moving forward, so there's no real pause to rest. Some people even step forward instead of jumping just to save energy, which makes a lot of sense once you're in it. Overall, I did have one Hyrox session with my friend the week before, just to familiarise myself with a few of the movements. But honestly, if you're not chasing a PB and you're already someone who trains regularly and stays generally fit, I don't think you necessarily need to specifically train for Hyrox to do it. I did it for fun. Your overall fitness and lifestyle can carry you a long way. I'm glad Hyrox has taken the fitness world by storm. Personally, I find it far more accessible than something like CrossFit. Hyrox was once described to me as a running competition with a little weight, whereas CrossFit is more of a weight competition with a little running. Obviously, if you're competing for a time, and you absolutely should train specifically for it, but for us, it was more about the experience and just seeing what it was all about.
We finished!
I'm dying. I'm so dead.
She did amazingly! But we finished. That's what that matters.
When I tell you that as soon as I finished, I wanted to do it all over again, I had so much fun. As much as I love my training and fitness, I'd never entered into anything remotely like a fitness competition. I mean, it wasn't competition, I did it for fun, like I said, with my friend, but I just love the atmosphere, the music, especially the German trance music, because we were in Berlin. All of the people there were smiles on everybody's faces. Okay, there were a few casualties because of the heat. Unfortunately, a few people fainted. But all in all, it was just such a positive experience. And I can't wait to sign up for another one. I need a specific segment in my video to dedicate to whatever this is. This was elite. I mean, it makes Ferrero Rochers seem like absolute rubbish. I wish we had them in the UK. And I survived on this while the supermarkets were closed. We did eventually fill our tummies with a good decent meal. We traipsed all of Berlin and eventually found some Turkish kebab places where we filled our tummies up.
I don't know if a Hyrox is harder than a marathon. I reckon it's harder than a half marathon.
Yeah, I wouldn't say marathon, but definitely half.
What do you think? Harder than a half marathon, but easier than a marathon? Let me know in the comments. And yes, I'm still videoing solely so you can see my nails.
Bruh.
When I tell you we inhaled this food, it's because we did. We ate all of this between the both of us in 12 minutes. I checked my watch before and after. It was insane, but well needed. After the race, I spent the rest of my time in Berlin just exploring the city, catching up with another friend and getting a real feel for local life there. But this definitely isn't the end of it. I've got my eye on doing another Hyrox in a different country soon. I've officially got the Hyrox fever. Maybe you've caught it after watching this, or if you've already done one, let me know in the comments how your experience was. Ciao!